All right, let's watch this bullshit. You gotta stop fucking asking me.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medler. Today is October 30th, which is a bit earlier than usual, because we're flying to Worlds soon, and we wanted to film this before we left.
This is our last dev update of the year, and before we get
Dev update before Worlds?
into some of the things you'll see in Season 1 2026, we wanted to thank you all for being on the journey with us this year.
As always, we want to show some love for your passion, for keeping us honest, and for making working on this game so worth it. Now, in January, we'll be back to talk more about Season 1, as well as a little bit of what to expect for the rest of 2026 overall. But for now, let's get into it.
We learned a lot this year about seasons. Many of you liked what came with the themes, the map art updates, metagames, new champions, and champ updates overall, for example. But we also saw that if we leaned too hard into a region, it could feel very one note, especially when it comes to skins. And as it turns out, there is too much of a thing like Noxus.
A lot of red and black.
Yeah.
So, we'll continue to find the right balance for thematic seasons moving forwards. And speaking of which, it's time to talk about Season 1 of 2026. For this, we wanted a contrast from 2025, with its ancient danger, a dark inn, and quite a bit of scheming throughout. So next year, we want to kick things off with themes of unity, hope, and justice, with a drop of righteous judgment thrown in there for good measure.
This is a new game mode.
That means Petricite, gold, and blue accents on the map, as well as some Demacia-themed skins, including some champions reimagined as Demacians, with plenty of non-Demacia skins for some variety.
That also means that the yearly cinematic in January will feature Demacian champions. We're going back to old-school Demacia this time, back in time to what some might consider the golden age of Demacia, when it was a beacon of hope and a bastion of justice.
Hey, Andre, are we forgetting something?
I don't think so.
You sure?
Yeah, let's keep going. I don't want this to drag on.
Anyway, we have a range of Summoner's Rift changes that the team will talk about in a moment, and this year, we'll also talk about some updates to Swiftplay. With that, we're going to hand it over to Riot N-Step and Freak, who will walk you through some of the Summoner's Rift changes coming in January.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot N-Step.
And I'm Freak.
And we're here to talk to you about the Summoner's Rift gameplay changes coming in January.
Over the last few years, League has been largely about team fighting over neutral objectives, fighting around grubs, dragons, or that vision ward you just placed around grubs or dragons.
And while we know 5v5s make for some of the highest highs, we want to swing back towards a state where more strategies like splitting or sieging are more viable.
So we're making some changes to major neutral objectives, towers, and minions in order to do just that.
Additionally, we're making adjustments to roles so everyone has an appropriate impact on the outcome of each game, because right now, some lanes are much better at turning a winning lane into a winning game.
We also have some delightful improvements, so let's get started.
The first thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do today.
That's a good change. I never really understood. See, that's one thing I never really understood. I never really understood why the game takes so long to start. I think level 1 invades are just really fucking stupid for the game. Like, being able to flip the game with feats is just so stupid.
You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
We're also making some changes to vision.
I mean, it definitely helps a lot. Like, it'll definitely be less.
Incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warding the map easier to learn for everyone, and give more opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phaelites, locations that grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot.
Laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phaelites, locations.
Is this not the same as the blue thing? The blue sweep, the blue thing?
That grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot. Some Phaelite rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others
It's like Skarner pillars.
reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives. Otacon was one of the biggest additions to the Rift this year, and was a pretty cool, unique objective to fight over. That said, he contributed to objective fatigue, which many of you cited as an issue, and we agree. We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game. That includes blood roses and the petals with them.
Really? Wow. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. What the fuck? For the first time, Riot fucked up on something and they removed it after one season. That's a miracle.
That said, let us know what you think about limited time gameplay.
Look at his ass. He smiling. They knew they fucked up. They knew they fucked up, so they just laughing at the fucking causes of it.
Changes, and if
He like, yeah, we fucked up. That's guilty. That's a guilty ass smile.
there's something you'd like to see more of.
But back to Otacon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute spawn time. Welcome back, King.
Additionally, we're making all epic monsters more durable, especially late game dragons as you get closer to Dragon Soul. That should make it so that it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like.
Honestly, I thought Feast was just so fucking stupid. Like, when I was playing, it's just so coin flip. I hate coin flip gameplay.
That they push teams to progress the game and provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better gameplay systems that allow for players to have more individual agency over their games. With feats getting the boot, we're adding back some gold rewards for First Blood and First Turret.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging is with a new mechanic called Crystalline Overgrowth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated. This should help enable pushing windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DP.
That's very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. That is very interesting. That's a huge buff for fucking top laners.
Yes. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well.
So I just dozed off again. What the fuck did he just say?
Sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well.
What did he just say? I can't understand his English. What did he just say?
Stay on outer turrets permanently and
Did he just say turret plates? Turret plates last forever?
will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well.
Every turret has turret plate. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, top lane's gonna be broken.
We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to mine some gold by taking aggressive actions.
Wait, what the fuck?
We're not adding more gold to the map with these.
So they get the crystal shit, they get the demolish, and they get the plate. So far, this is a huge top lane meta right now. And they removed Otacon.
Changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
To further facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane. We're ramping up minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally,
What the fuck does that even mean? I'm sorry, I don't understand English. What does that mean?
Respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting late game home guards to swiftly take you to your most.
So if I'm bot lane, I will get permanent home guard going to bot lane? Is that what he's saying? And if I'm top lane, I get home guard going to top lane, correct? Until you get to your wave. This is literally 5 buffs to split pushers. Like, it's a buff to laners, but this is mostly benefiting top laners.
Pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the respawn allows a team to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, role quests.
When you load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives, all the things you'd normally be doing in a game. You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby, so if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles, as they're currently the two weak.
Top and bot carry. I think they finally realized how shit ADC and top lane is. I see all the top buffs. Show me what you got for ADC. Show me what you got. Maybe I might return.
And as a result, the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them. Now, let's get into the rewards which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
Historically, top laners haven't always felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved, even if they won their lane. And that's something we would like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much Summoner Teleport for free on top of the 2 summoners they already chose.
I think that's a good buff. That is fair. I don't think this is broken. I think this is good. Because top laners shouldn't be fucking boring. Like, top laners should be allowed to duel it out. Go, like, maybe ignite top. But they can't go 2 TP, could they? But if they can go 2 TP, then that's OP. I feel like top laners should go only 1 TP, maybe.
Now, if you had taken Teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it. In addition to getting a
Wait, what?
That spell gets a lot stronger. Summoners they already chose. Now, if you had taken Teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it. In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources, and an increased level cap.
Damn! Damn, motherfucker! Damn! How much shit they getting? That's about 9 buffs? Holy shit! It's 7 minutes in, and it's just only top lane. It's only top lane. Where's the love? Holy shit! I roll swapped to the wrong row.
Now, to mid lane. A huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both, like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a path.
That dog shit ass fucking buff. That shit ass, man. That shit dog shit. But to be honest, good, bro. Fuck mages. Fuck mages. Mages fucking broken ass, bro. Fuck them. Honestly, at least they understand the game a bit.
Recall.
Rounding it out for...
Bro, top lane is so broken. Oh my god. Holy shit. Bro, top lane is so OP though.
New quests in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry part of the role. So while top lane is getting bonus XP, bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a lump sum of gold.
Whoa, how much was that?
Bot laners are getting a whole bunch of extra gold. When completing their quest, they get a
300 gold. Bitch, give me a whole item.
Lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion
Okay, maybe that might be OP. See, that makes more sense.
assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asking, well, then what do I do?
Wait. So you get more gold on kills, assists, and minions, and then you get instant gold. Interesting. That's very interesting.
Increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asking, well, then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game scaling.
Could I sell my 6th boot? Could I sell this boot and get an item though? Like 7 full items? Is that possible? No? I mean, is this not the same outcome as previous? But now you just get a boots? I feel like it's the same outcome. No, wait, hear me out. That's the same outcome, but you just get a boots. Because late game, you sell your boots anyways. No. Late game ADC, you always sell your boots for an item. But now, you just have a boots. You just get an extra boot. And now you have that shit, man. We don't need that shit, yo. Just give it to mages and I'll be happy. Forget about this. Wallah, I don't give a fuck about this extra item. Just get rid of mages. Get rid of it. I don't want mages. I don't care about any of this shit. Get rid of mages.
Allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard late game scaling.
Jungle and support already.
That's it? We got 20 seconds of a YouTube video. That's it? You just gave 7 minutes of top lane. You gave us 20 seconds of ADC? No. Are you serious?
Have quests and rewards, but we still wanted to take this opportunity to make some changes to them. Jungle is by far the strongest role in the game right now, especially when it comes to early map influence.
That is true. It has to be OP though. Jungle is the most OP role, but it has to be OP for a reason. Because it's jungle. No matter what. League cannot be League of Legends without jungle being the best role in the game. It has to be. That's just the balance of the game.
So we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted.
I just roll swap to the wrong role. I roll swap to the wrong role.
We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more.
Wait, excuse me?
We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
I like that. That's good. That's good. That's a good change.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest, so we didn't want to directly increase their power. With that in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Honestly, these are good changes. These are really good changes. I like these changes. I swear to God. These are good buffs.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added strengths of each. Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
But
So you can still lane swap now? So you can lane swap again? Is that what I hear? You can't? But he just said they're removing it. But it's bad for quest. What the fuck is the quest? Like, what does the quest ask you to do? We're watching the same video. Yes, but he doesn't tell you what's the quest. Stay in your lane.
role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class, so give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like Hextech Gunblade.
For example, we're adding the new Scepter of Bonking for AP fighters, which will empower your Spellblade Bonk to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably going to give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well, anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give you some Omnivamp.
Why don't they just show the fucking item? Like, they think we're gonna pull up the fucking numbers in our head or something? Show the fucking item.
And also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto-spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage amp based on how far away you are.
What? Did I hear that correct? What?
Spacing.
And also ability haste scaling with your AD.
Or if you play an AD carry who's really good at auto-spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus
extra range on takedown? What the fuck? That's broken.
damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
Huh? All new items coming in 2026. They're bringing back Hextech Storm. Bitch, we don't want Storm Razor. The fuck is this? Bro, don't bring this shit back. Nobody built this shit anyway. The fuck? We don't want no Storm Razor. Fuck out of here. Take this shit out. Nobody built this shit ass item. Literally not a single one built this item. Is this not the same as what's that one item already? Is this not what it's called already? The other one? Hexplate, yeah. Guaranteed critical strikes for 3 attacks after ulting. What's the AD on this? There's no AD on this. Oh, hell no. I'm not building this shit. Fuck no. Oh. I mean, which ADC would be good on? This has no AD. Oh, 10% true damage. Maybe like on-hit ADCs. Like Vayne, yeah. 50 AD, 2.8k. 25% crit. And the build path is not bad. Pickaxe, longsword. It's not bad. 10% increased damage on attacks based on how far away the enemy is. Max damage at 700 range. So this is more for like Jinx and Caitlyn. This is a Jinx and Caitlyn item. When would you build this? Like first, would you even build this first item? When a champion that you damage within 30 seconds dies, gain 100 additional attack range for 6 seconds. It's like a team fight item. There's a 4th item for Caitlyn and Jinx. I don't go fuck about any of this shit.
We took a hard look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking of which, we're also adding crit damage back 200%.
I like how he just like said that shit like nonchalantly and like nobody like he just said it just like so smoothly. I think that's the best thing out of all of this for ADCs. 178 to 200% is insane. That is insane.
All right. We know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on...
I like these ADC buffs. I do. I think these ADC buffs, like the extra gold is fine. I think the fucking boot shit is whatever. Like, if we were allowed to get 7 items out of boots, I think that would be fucking OP though. I'm not gonna lie. Come to think of it. Cause like, bro, that's the same outcome of late game, but you just have extra boots. But that doesn't really matter late game, boots or not. Cause late game, you just have flash up, so you don't really need the boots. I feel like it's it doesn't really matter that much with that. Wait, at what level do you finish the mission though? Wait, this is also for Mage's bot? I thought it was for ADC.
these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog
This shit for Mage's bot too? Oh.
that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoner's Rift team.
Yeah, I'm not playing ADC still. I'm good. No. Until they remove Hitler from bot lane, I'm not touching that role. They had to get rid of that Hitler champion. I'm not touching that role. You can give me a Bloodthirster level 1 and I still won't play bot lane. I swear to God. Get rid of that fucking Hitler champion. I refuse to play bot. I refused.
And so we'll throw it back to Pabro and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
I think top lane is going to be disgusting, though. Top lane is going to be insane. If this is it, that is it. Bro, top lane is going to be Thanos.
Okay, let's talk about...
To be fair, top laners deserve this. To my top lane brothers, it's your season. Now keep praying for your brothers in the bot lane. We deserve our fun too. You top mains, you guys deserve this. Top lane lives matter too. You guys didn't have that much fun in a hot minute. You guys deserve this. It was disgusting to play top lane, but you guys made up for it for bruisers being OP, your items being OP, your TP being OP, right? In general, the role was ass. Now you guys have a lot of meaning to it with split pushing. Now keep praying for ADC, please. Pray for your brothers in the bot lane. Pray for us. All we ask is to remove Mage's bot. You need to keep praying for that.
About ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection. And, more recently, we ran a test in late September that reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks in ranked in EU West and Oceania.
So, when I was playing on main account, bro, queue times are no longer past 5 minutes, but the game quality lowered for sure. I'm playing with fucking master plays, with a challenger play, with a GM. I'm like, what the fuck is this? The game quality definitely, it definitely got shittier, for sure. But the queue time is a lot faster.
We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
So next year, we'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. We'll be also tackling 2 common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is visual rank disparity in lobbies as well. When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when a player's MMR is higher than their visible rank. This will let other players know that you're climbing quickly and your displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
That's a good change. It's like telling low-elo players, yo, your rank is a lot higher than what you are. Keep playing. It's like that gambling shit with the fucking diamond and the diamond shake. Keep going, you're almost there to the diamond.
We're also making changes to how flex and solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and, say, diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, a common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and, say, diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to your solo duo one. And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair bit more balanced moving forwards.
Next, we're making changes to autofill. The reality of League is that certain roles are substantially more popular than others, and having an autofill jungler versus a jungle main can feel like an auto loss. This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it or hold your lobby hostage in order to get you to dodge. When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer, and to reward you for sticking with the role you're assigned when you do get autofilled. First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role.
That's good. That is really good. Bro, that's a good fucking change. I've always said this. Why did it take them so long? That's really balanced now. Because why the fuck do I have to go against Core JJ support and I have fucking Shiver Me Timbers first timing support Sona against Core JJ Nautilus bot lane? You know what I'm saying? This is really good.
So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled
That was also fucking terrorist activity. That was actually disgusting.
jungler, for example. If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team. We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss.
Whoa. See, I'm never in favor of that.
But that's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor. If you're autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger.
No. This is bad. That's bad. Bro, if you ever set a system where you make people play for a score, people are going to play less aggressive and less the way they want to play. That's bad. That smells like shit. Bro, at that point, people are just going to play safe the whole game. Okay, what's stopping me from full clearing all game and dropping pink wards just to get the AI score to give me an ace?
You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
That is so retarded.
So for those of you who main a less popular role...
No, that's bad. That's bad. Chat, this is literally terrible for everybody. Who thought of this? That's literally awful. Brother, people's gonna try hard. My guy, if any game is tallied off of score that they systematically base off of it, that is bad. Because playing for a KDA or anything is not good for the game. It's awful for the game. It doesn't. An 8-0 player, someone who's 8-0 can play worse than somebody who's 0-5. That's why the game shouldn't be based off fucking metrics. It doesn't make sense like that. That's terrible. This shouldn't be in the game. That shouldn't be in the game. That's stupid. That is stupid. You shouldn't be rewarded for playing for KDA and metrics. That's dumb. Because then you leave all other things outside of the game. C+, C master, you idiot. It's legit you not AFK the game. What the fuck does that even mean? C is like your Rengar. Explain it then, dickhead. From what I understood is that it's basically favoring KDA players. Is this not favoring KDA players? If you run down, you get C guaranteed.
And therefore seldom get autofilled. First of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive...
Bro, I'm about to go 2-17 on fucking Singe and get plus fucking 2x LP.
The Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving. Finally, we know how frustrating it is to be constantly returned to the queue because you get enchained dodges lobby after lobby. So we've made a few updates.
First, after a positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before the match even starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill. It'll just get carried over to the next lobby.
That's a good fucking change. That's a good change. I like that.
We think that the Aegis of Valor should provide a solid reward.
So if your ass is autofilled, you better play the game. Okay, this is good for the long run, but bad for the short run when you think about it. because it forces people to learn how to play every role, which is good. But now there's going to be a lot of shit players first timing roles. So now we can't just stick to one role. Riot, what they want to do now is what they want everybody to play every role. Finally, you stupid ass top mains can learn how to play jungle and understand how to track and understand that I can't gank your fucking lanes when you play jungle yourselves.
For sticking around and trying. So, I mean, come on, it's double LP for a win, after all. And at Master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full loss.
Whoa! That's insane! Finally, good! 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 Good!
We know that this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up champ select by cutting down on timers and animations, which should save about half a minute.
Damn, again, W Riot! Riot is listening!
I see what you did there.
Yep, no, I did it.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back...
Please. No, I just heard adding back. Please, he said the last thing. Please tell me there's something with Mage's Bot here. I'm tired of jungle. Please let me play ADC again, please. Oh, there's nothing about Mage's Bot.
duo queue to higher ranks.
What?
If that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back duo queue to higher ranks, including Challenger, in most regions. For so many people, League is better with friends.
What?
And in the past, we disabled duoing at Apex tier ranks because it so often led to rank manipulation. But because of the improvements we mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranked manipulation detection, we're confident that we can bring back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Switching gears, let's talk about Swift Play.
Okay, I never liked duo queue above Masters, specifically for there's no, you can't really dictate somebody's skills off that. It's very unskillful. There's no fairness to it, right? I think dueling is very unfair for the game quality, right? But since we're at a state where people are learning a lot of autofills now, the game quality is already, not the game quality, the matchmaking is dog shit. You might as well have fun with it. So I am probably more leaning towards a favor towards it. I do think it might be fine. Now I'm gonna have to go against fucking Sven Vulcan bot lane and have the tank man support again. Oh my god, I have PTSD. Bro, 6 years ago, I go against Sven, 6 or 5 years ago, Sven Vulcan bot lane and I had the tank man Sona support first pick. PTSD. And then the humzh res duo. Oh, we back in business. Oh, we back in business. The Draven Cannon over. Dave Mon Helicopter, Force Within, and who was that mid lane who played Zillion for him? That was disgusting duo too. There's more duos in NA. That was really disgusting combo. Cupid Yosu double mage bot. Wallahi, I'm not going bot lane. I'm not going bot lane to do something about mages. Cupid Yosu are gonna be fucking rank 1, rank 2 abusing fucking mages bot. humzh and Koyash, never that.
Swiftplay is pretty popular, and we think there's a lot of room for further improvement.
I don't give a fuck about Swiftplay. The fuck? Can I skip this?
Hi everyone, I'm Dashi Jador, product lead, back again to chat about WASD, this time with
the tech lead for WASD. I'm Riot, call me KT.
Now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to check back in on the wild world of WASD. We've been on the PvE for a few months now, and in that time we've caught and squashed over 100 bugs. All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find
Somebody said the female version of K-Drill. I can't unsee it now. Wait, she actually does look like K-Drill. I swear she does. I can't unsee it.
all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all of these pesky bugs. An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug. Even beyond bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
One Redditor recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain. So it will be available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward.
So you can go up Never eat. And you go northeast, east. You can go like the indicators, like northeast or east, northeast, west, like that. You can go like this, pretty much.
Since our debut on the PBE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made improvements to navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera, and more. One of these features is a new auto attack system for WASD. With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of play, not just for brand new players. We'll be keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera. We've added the highly requested ability to tune the camera speed to your liking. Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much more. So we've introduced a new feature appropriately named the Scout Ahead mode. When you're in dynamic locked camera, you can hold your middle mouse button to freely move your camera and you'll snap back on release. These features, along with all the bug fixes, will be available when WASD goes live tomorrow in all queues except ranked and normal draft games. We're choosing to keep WASD out of draft modes for now, as we want to make sure you can have a smooth process for your ranked climb.
I wonder how OP it is. I haven't tried it.
Really? Tomorrow?
Well, WASD will be live in all unranked queues except normal draft in patch 25.24, which for many of you should be tomorrow.
Let's get one WASD game going. I will. I'll try it out.
We saw your requests and questions about other features we've promised, like champion-specific keybinds and enabling many of these new features for point-and-click players. We're still working on them, and much more to come.
We're at the point where we want to focus on getting large amounts of player data in order to drive our development further. So we're opening up the feedback channels to our much more global audience. Now, we still don't have the exact timeline on when WASD will come to ranked. We want to ship it when it's ready, which means fair, balanced, bug-free, and smooth to play.
Please keep up the feedback and bug reports. There may still be a few stragglers out there. Only through our powers combined can we find all of them.
That's it for us. Be sure to check back out on WASD when it's live and send your bugs, feedback, and best misplays.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you WASDing on the Rift.
So how are your pickums?
Not great. Bit too much hopium when I filled them out.
I know how it feels, but the hopium's feeling good for me. I think I'm actually feeling great.
Really?
Totally.
Uh-huh. Who's wearing the suit then?
We don't know.
Not gonna be me.
I mean, we'll see.
Good luck.
Okay.
Okay, we know that this was a long one with a lot of info in it. And we'll see you again in January, as mentioned, to talk a bit more about Season 1 and a little bit about the rest of 2026.
Don't forget that Ranked will stay open until the new season, so go finish your climbs, have a happy and safe holiday season, and we'll see you on the Winter Rift.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. I think honestly, these were good changes. Genuine, really good changes. Really good changes. The only downside I didn't like about this for the KDA metrics or whatever. Like if you have like a KDA something, you know, not a KDA, a certain thing, you all I don't know what they said. You get bonuses or you don't lose anything if you have like a certain KDA or some shit. It's a C- score. That's legit nothing. Top lane buffs are kind of too much. Motherfuckers are gonna dominate every game. I'm all for it because I really want to see how OP top laners are. Because top laners, they haven't really had fun. Over the years, they really haven't. I feel like everybody deserves like every role deserves like a broken moment. I think it's time for top laners.